Live from Mary Esther, Florida. Same rock, different day. It's Jeff Brown. Hope everybody had a good weekend, had a good Mother's Day. We had some meat yesterday. Melissa loves steak, and so I grilled some steaks. And you might have also seen, I think I put it in a story. Ended up smoking 2 chickens, 2 racks of pork ribs, and did a brisket. We like to use that smoky mesquite brisket rub. It's really good stuff. But again, why am I wearing a rock and walking on my treadmill? May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I started this fundraiser for helping to stop soldier suicide. Just it's a leading. I think there's twice as many suicides within active duty as there are in regular society as a per capita population. So it's a real thing. Keep those in mind who are struggling, and what can you do to reach out to them. But speaking of struggling, I watched The Godfather 1 and 2 over the last few days. Again, good movies. But it really struck me in the second one, where you're seeing young Vito Corleone and how he lost his dad and his mom right in front of him. And then he was 9, I think, and then came to America by himself, 9 years old, found his way here. And then you see how he is as a young man, and just what he ends up doing and wanting to take care of people because he had seen the injustice done to his mom with this guy who he ended up going back and killing later on, I think. But anyway, that's the Godfather movie. But it just made me think, why do we do the things we do? And when we get older, we may not think about how that younger child in us, what he or she went through, how that's sort of informing what we do now, what we do today. I can see patterns in my own life of things that I do now that I know are connected back to my childhood. Eating sardines, for instance. You know, my dad liked sardines. It's probably not as important as some other things are, but what is it that you think you're doing today that you can tie back to your childhood? And how can, I've heard this term before too, parenting the inner child, becoming your own parent to that inner child that's still in you. And how can you talk to that inner child and encourage that little one that maybe went through some trauma and or was maybe abused, what have you. But how would you talk to someone, not yourself, say a child? What would you say to them? Well, I encourage you to think about saying those same things to yourself, and maybe that'll help you start doing the things you want to be doing and stop doing some of the things you don't. So think about that inner child, your inner Vito Corleone. So if you haven't watched those movies, highly recommend it, especially the second one. It's a real eye-opener about why he became who he became. So, guys, have a great rest of your Monday, and we'll catch up with you later.